Hello again. You see, Jeb Bush is doing the Watusi backstroke. I didn't understand the question. You know what I want you to consider doing? Take a look at a picture of G.W. Bush and of Jeb Bush. When they both have that stunned look, like this. It's like someone hit them on the side of the head with a baseball bat. They both have that exact same expression. But that's not what this video is about. When Jeb Bush was asked, based on what he now knows, as to what happened with Iraq, would he have done the same thing as his brother did? And he said absolutely yes. Now he's doing the backstroke, trying to suggest that he didn't understand the question. He went on to say that he's been asked a hypothetical question. And he also went on to say that when his brother did what he did, he left Iraq in a stable condition. That might be what he believes to be true. And the reality again is that if Saddam Hussein was still alive, ISIS wouldn't exist. Who's ultimately responsible for the degradation that occurred throughout the Middle East? You're kidding when you're asking that question, aren't you? I just asked that question, and I am kidding. The chosen one, Barack Hussein Obama, and Hillary Rodham Clinton, when she helped light the fuse for the Arab Spring so they could depose Mubarak, the previous president of Egypt, and implant Mohammed Morsi. Mohammed Morsi is now in prison. He was given a 20-year sentence, but it's not over yet. He has other trials that he's going to participate in. I suspect he'll eventually be given the death sentence. But this isn't about Mohammed Morsi. This is about the Bushes. People need to take a look at the time that George W. Bush was in the National Guard, when he went AWOL. It's amazing, isn't it? People like Bill Clinton, who avoided the draft, who dodged the draft, became commander-in-chief, as did George W. Bush, as did a community organizer. How insane is this country to allow this insanity to occur? And I keep repeating it. We haven't had a president that's worthy of being commander-in-chief for countless years. The last one was G.W. Bush's father, George Bush. He was an aviator. He was shot down. He was a hero. But his sons? I don't know what Jeb Bush did as far as the military is concerned. I do know what George W. Bush did. I've made videos on it. He went AWOL. I don't know how this thing's going to shake out. This thing meaning the presidential election. If you've been viewing me, I personally don't think there's going to be one. Obama wants to ride in that new Air Force One that's being built. Obama plans to utilize the underground communication bunker that's being built on the White House grounds. Those two aren't being done for someone else's pleasure. They're done for his and Michael's pleasure. That's sort of what I think. Jeb Bush should not run. Most of the candidates that have thrown their hats in shouldn't run. Mike Huckabee really screwed the pooch, but I'm sure he's got a contract with Fox that when he drops out of the race, which he will, he can go back and do his dog and pony show at Fox. I don't understand how Marco Rubio is being considered as a viable candidate. His parents were Cuban citizens until he was 4 or 5. I don't know, the whole thing's just a complete joke. Carla Fiorina, filling space. They mostly are filling space. They're not going to win, but they're going to destroy each other in the process. They all will. Like they've done in previous presidential elections. The thing's a farce. Like I said, we haven't had a decent president for a very long time. And the prospects for a decent president in the foreseeable future, that ain't going to happen either. Even if Obama leaves, which I don't believe that he will, the Republicans don't have a chance of winning. They've turned off too many of their constituents that gave them control of the Senate. And you got jackasses like Mitch McConnell. And you got jackasses like the Speaker, John Boehner, still in power. I'm not going to vote for a Republican. I'm not going to vote. And I got to believe there's going to be an awful lot of Republicans are going to feel the same way that I did. I feel that my vote was wasted putting control of the Senate into the hands of the Republicans. That's what I think.